Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about a team I've been having a lot of fun with. I initially posted this team because I thought it would look good with Ayaka's new skin on Hoyo Lab, which I've been posting some of my content over here. And it's one of those posts that actually, probably one of my first things, has gone viral, which I'm actually quite happy about, or at least gotten popular in terms of this app. It had ended up having 18,000 views and 582 likes, which I was really happy about, and some really nice comments. So, and I just posted up this team here, and I was having fun with this team even before Faruzan came out. But since she came out, she's really rounded off this team. I used to use, like, say, Noelle. It was quite good. Just having like a skirt team, literally. Just putting the skirt characters together. But they're some of my favorites, and literally when I first played the game, they were some of my favorites, so I thought I'd demonstrate it here. I'll go over my characters right at the beginning, and I'll do my usual run going around. I've been meaning to do this video for a little while. I finally got round to actually like building my Ayaka. I'm pretty happy with her stats as it goes now. I've had to change some of her pieces around, but for what I wanted, this is pretty good. Maybe a full Blizzard Strayer set would be better, but I've found that domain not a lot, but enough that I can't really be bothered doing it anymore. But with Yato's recent banner, I thankfully got lucky and got this weapon here, which I didn't have this. I was actually after Raiden's weapon, but we got both. I did a video on that a little while ago. Very happy with that. I know it's not a bit abnormal luck to get it, but I was very pleased with that, and I think it looks great with this new skin. That wasn't intentional. It looks great with her other skin, to be honest. I can quickly just feature that for anyone that's interested. If we go back, yeah, it still looks really good with her original outfit. So I was quite happy with that, and I believe this is
so nice to
this skin is more fitting with the upcoming theme of Genshin and where they're going, which is going to be quite nice. But anyway, I've sort of rambled a bit here. Yeah, I recently got this flower, quite nice. It's got attack and crit damage. I'm not going to go over all these, I'll just show them, and then if you want to see it, you can pause. But we've finally got an attack piece. I think I might have had an energy recharge on last time I showcased her, and these last two pieces are the same. I'm still kind of doing this, I'm going back and forth on this emblem domain, so her pieces might get better, because I use a lot of that. No constellations, and talents, I've got 7, 6, and 8. These will probably all go up over time. This will go up to 8. I've recently only just started doing my favourite and DPS characters, just started doing their talents. But most of the 4 stars I probably won't bother. They're pretty good. My Barbara, I've showed my Barbara a lot, to be honest, but whatever. Just go over the stats again. We've got 524 elemental mastery, sacrificial fragments, gilded dream set. I don't know if this is a broken team in terms of like if it will be any good for the Abyss. It's a good team in general. I sort of compare it a bit because of Yunjin. It's a bit comparable to, say, my Yan Fei team, but just for, say, Ayaka. It's definitely not Ayaka's best team. Not at all. I think that involves Shenhe, but yeah, whatever. Nice set I've got for Barbara here. I do quite like it. It's a nice domain. I recommend if you want this set. That domain's pretty good. I had some nice pieces out of it after a while. Constellation C1, I had to get that from the shop. 666. Faruzan, definitely one of my favourite characters. Just by playstyle alone, let alone she looks great. And obviously there's some history there of who she's related to, but it's very strange actually, because they actually, it's another character they've dropped, but they haven't done any story or any lore as such for her yet. We've not met her in the game. She's just been released with Wanderer to help boost Wanderer, but she's not essential for Wanderer, even though she helps a lot. But pretty nice stats. I've got it with an Amos bow. She's actually quite nice, but I think you could have her with anything, to be honest. A sacrificial, a stringless, which she came with, or even a Favonius. So I got this Morn's Moon. That could probably work on her. I think she's pretty universal, not to mention that some of them you can craft, but because of her main kit is charging, and I don't really have many bow users other than Sarah that I charge with. I charged quite a bit of Collie, but it doesn't really matter. So for that reason, Amos is for me is her best fit, and it's so fun. She does a lot of damage, and I probably won't take that away from her for a very long time. It's a nice weapon. Ah no, this was Sucrose's old set. Everything, this entire set was Sucrose's old set, and she did have this VV set, but that's since gone to Jean, and Jean's Noblesse set's gone on to like Bennett and a few other people I put it onto. So move my artifacts around a bit. But these are nice pieces. Got a lot of crit damage, crit rate. It's definitely better on her than it was on Sucrose, that's for sure. Yeah, and we got an EM piece there, so 2 EM pieces, and then an emo damage. I wasn't sure if this would be better or worse. It's kind of about the same, to be honest. I had like what energy recharge, an emo, and crit on my other set, and then I changed it to this. And to be honest, this is better. I think with the EM and the way I use her, and you'll see how I use her. I've got C1, 666, and then my Yunjin. Thankfully, got some constellations this patch, which I was happy about. And she was my choice for Lantern Rite as well. I had her at C3, and we've now got her at C5, so I'm happy with that. Not too great here. 200%, nearly 200% energy recharge. I use her skill a lot, and so I had her built. You could probably want more defense. You want maybe more. I think Elemental Mastery improves her shield, and I think her HP improves her shield as well. But I have always liked her for the counter. The counter is the big thing for me, and her burst obviously boosts normal attacks. For say someone like Yanfei or Ayaka here is going to be ideal. But yeah, that's my main thing. So I've always liked to have a good balance of attack, so that because her skill does geo damage, and her burst might even do geo damage. And so I think I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct, right? Because I spent ages building her. You need a good amount of attack to then basically scale with the geo damage. Otherwise her geo damage just isn't sufficient, and she is just then just a buffer. Each to their own. There is some artifacts that are better than this, but this is she's had this for ages, and I won't change it anytime soon. It works really good. So we've got 2 noblesse, mainly defense substats. We've got an attack. We got gladiators finale pieces. Again, she's had these for ages. Defense main piece there. Geo damage and defense as well. I wanted to initially put this, I think, as an attack piece, but I think the geo damage, sorry, the defense piece was better. But just having the 20% attack piece to go with what I just said before about geo. So this is alright. This was one of the first pieces, ironically, that Max rolled for me. It's not the best piece, 10% crit rate, but it's not bad. But yeah, since it's kind of been overtaken, but that was my best piece for a very long time. I believe I had C3 collectively over since I got her last year, and she might have been my Lantern Rite choice last year, now that I think about it as well. She might well have been. That might have been how I got her before. And then I got one pull off of this current banner after getting Jing Yang like 3 times. I was getting so pissed off. I got a C5 Jing Yang. I was so pissed off. But it's okay. You gotta take the bad with the good, I suppose. Weapon for Varonius Lance, I forgot to say that. I think, and then yeah, talents is just because of the artifact, because of the constellations, they're up to 9, but it's actually obviously 6 on those. Okie dokie, enough waffle. 10 minutes of waffling, literally. It's fine. It's fine. I think it's important to break down because people can build these any different way, and that does make a massive difference into how the game plays and how the team plays and what you're doing. And I think the building is so random, you can build wrong so much. Like, it's so incredibly easy to build your account wrong. And I kind of appreciate, again, this is kind of unique. I've got an Amos, we've got the Haran. God, I thought he was going to charge me.
My apologies.
I actually don't want to mess around with... Oh, it's killing him anyway. I don't really want to mess around with this guy today. Been doing some testing with Bloom, and I even my previous video kind of showed it. I can't deal with like Bloom unless it's like in a fridge team, so you've got some Syro in there, or if it's in a Hyper Bloom team. I'm trying to sort of mess around with Candace, and I just can't. It's alright, but it's so annoying, like getting beaten around and bullied around while you're waiting for Dendro Blooms to explode. Whereas if you've got them Frozen or Hyper Bloom, obviously you don't have to worry about that. It gets immediately like triggered. Okay, we'll just go over to these guys.
Dare to mess with me?
I guess the thing I like about Faruzan is he's essentially a Sucrose but can actually aim, because I don't know if it was Sucrose has always had this issue, or it's my playstyle has changed a bit, or it's just more noticeable, probably more the reality of it.
Take flight.
That Sucrose's like placement for her skill is sometimes really bad. Like, there'll be a group of enemies like here, and you're standing where I am to group them up with Sucrose, and there'll be, say, one guy over here, and she'll automatically turn and just get the one guy on the right, and you're like, wait, there's a group of 3 of them here, and she just turned and got this one guy. It's obviously something to do with the targeting system. I never really had any problems like that with Yanfei, or even like Yoimiya. It just seems to be like a Sucrose's skill problem. Does get kind of annoying. After a while. I don't know if Venti really suffers with the same issue. I don't think so. Instead of like getting bullied around. Right? Yeah, Faruzan's like dead.
Let the show begin. Flags up.
But overall, I was really surprised when my phone... I put that picture up because aesthetically as a team, I'm really having a lot of fun with. As I said, going back to the topic at hand. And I looked over my phone and it just started like blowing up with... I don't thankfully have notifications turned on in terms of sound or anything. I have my phone muted, but I just saw my phone like blowing up with all these like comments and like, I was like, holy shit. If anything, it's the kind of thing I've expected my YouTube account to have, because I've really focused on it the last like 2 years. And that's never happened. I was seeing about, there was some streamers I watched on Twitch, and they were saying about how TikTok has really helped them. So as much as I don't want to, I might give that a go. Just try and bring in some more people, because I need to do something. It's crazy that I can go like, I don't know, just that many views, for example, on my content. I assume what happened is an admin or someone, because it was ticking. It would only get, some of my posts on Hoyo Lab get a few likes, maybe, I don't know, anywhere from like 2 to 10 likes or so, and that's fine. And it will tick maybe over a few days. And I think this was like, it didn't go crazy until like a 2 or 3 days after I'd posted it. And I noticed over those few days it had got a few random likes, and then it got 3 likes, and then all of a sudden it just fucking exploded. I'm guessing it got put on like the home page, which would explain obviously a lot, but I don't know, I was quite pleased with that. And this was about a week ago now, this wasn't sort of the last few days. And I was going to do a video about it at the time, but I don't know. It's a fun team. Whether that factored into it or not, I don't know. It might have just been because it was Ayaka's new skin. I'm not charged up on it. Yeah, I'm kind of autopiloting here. I'm not really thinking about it, but the team should be kind of self-explanatory. This has been one of my... Oh, shit. This has been one of my favorites. This has currently replaced my Geo team, and I don't know if and when I'll use my Geo team. I guess when I need to. But I've been so disappointed with how... Kind of just... With Denjo coming out, with just how boring Geo is, and how kind of useless it is as well. Characters like Yunjin here and Zhongli are fantastic as, like... In terms of sort of like the meta of the game and how it works and what you're meant to be doing, but... The natural function of an entire Geo team really needs a rework, I would say. It's doable. And obviously if you have cracked artifacts, it's doable. But in terms of like what other team you could have instead, not really that viable. And I don't know, it's my own little gripe with Geo or whatever it stands at the minute. But
I'll see about that. No sense of respect. Dare to mess with me? Take flight.
see, this team was good when Faruzan had the stringless as well. This team was still really good, or she was still really good at how I used her, rather, I suppose.
I'll protect us. Come on, we can do it. Gears of the storm.
Let's get rid of this one. He went down quick.
We'll see about that. Whirling snow.
It's a bit of a shame. I thought they'd be rerunning Ayaka within the next few months, and that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm sure she will appear, probably maybe May time or something. I think someone said there's something in the story coming up with her, so I could obviously be waiting.
My apologies. I'll let the show be. Dare to mess with me? Embrace the ice.
Did I get him? Did we get him? We got him.
Too late for. Have fun with this gift. Huh?
It's kind of having to face the other way.
We'll see about that.
Let's bring them all together here.
I'll protect us. Take flight. So rude. Dare to mess with me?
Oh my days.
Whirling snow.
Oh, no, wrong character.
Unspeakable. Break a leg.
I probably should have run up here and just had them all grouped up like before, but whatever. Instead of getting like stun locked by the arrow using hilly trolls or whatever, it's really annoying. Cool, I'll probably leave the video there. It's about 20 minutes long. I was going to go up here and kill everything else, but I think it's self-explanatory. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.